Cloud. Here we go. What is up? I am so happy that you're here. Sizzling 10-day challenge. Yes, I have been promoting this as a 5-day challenge, but part of that mastermind I was telling you about before we hit record was my big 8-figure mentor saying, we are going to turn this actually into a 10-day challenge so that you get really intimate details. You get to know what we're doing, how to do it. There's no fluff. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no garbage in my world. Okay. So if you are here with me now, I want to share a very, very brief hello. There's so many new humans, which I love. I love seeing our returning friends. I love seeing new friends. Real quick, just so you know you're in the right hands, my name is Kim Ward. I'm a digital marketing strategist. I have trained literally thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs around the globe. If you saw, the Silicone Review just came out this past month, March of 2024, and listed me in the top 30 of the best leaders to watch in 2024. I received the cover feature of the Brains magazine back in December. And I'm going to be on a really, really cool radio show next month with CUTV News Radio. I'm a reality show finalist. I have run a multiple 6-figure business per year for several years. And yes, it's true. My husband and I had to write our Pinterest account, or we got to write our Pinterest account into our will because we generate so many leads. So tell me while you're here, where did you find out about this challenge? Where did you come on in? So great to see you. So great to see you, Tammy. My promise to you is that you will figure out this Pinterest thing, okay? I don't leave any stone unturned. I promise you, Beth, Susan, you are in the absolute right place. Hey, Chris, Joanne, yes, thank you so much. An email from me, Carla, Marla, current student. All right, super cool. So I'm going to tell you the truth and how this got started, okay? Because you, my friend, are absolutely going to relate. I know that for a fact. So can you see my screen? Let me know, please, please, please. Cool, very cool. Back in 2020, I had a financial expert sit on a Zoom with me. And I know many of you have heard this story before. So many repeat friends because they know the goodness of what they're coming for. So that means you are going to hear some things that are repetitive. I've changed this entire challenge up for you. Okay. So if you're new, welcome. In this meeting with this financial expert, she leaned in and said, what would you do if you were unable to physically work your business for 4 consecutive months? Now, I'm not going to repeat what I said to her because it was absolute profanity and unclean. But the moral of the story is that's when I realized, ooh, my business had just retired my husband, Rich, from serving as a first responder for 23 years. Okay. I'm going to tell you all something. If you're new to my world, hold on, let me get him. Oh yeah, he knows big fat head Rich is coming out. All right, so I was super excited and I said to my husband, this is awesome. Now we get to be a power couple. He can travel with me when I speak on stages. He can do his lives with me. And he said, okay, babe, under one condition, will I be on social media and join you on your Zooms? And I was like, what's the condition? And then all of a sudden this thing appeared in the mail. And I thought, oh, this man's got jokes. And no, this is not an April Fool's thing. This is my real life. Yeah. So welcome Rich Ward to the show, Cardboard Rich. And so here's the thing. When she asked me that, it takes a brave person to travel into areas of your life that other people are unwilling to ask you. 1, because they don't care. 2, because they're too scared, right? And they don't want to upset you. I don't care about your feelings. I care about your freedom. I care about your family. I care about your bank account. I care about your lead flow in your business. You got into business so that you could have a life and a lifestyle. Can I get a freaking amen right now? Because I'll tell you one thing, when we start our business, we are glued to it. And when we step away, we have work guilt. Does this sit with anybody right now? We have work guilt because we're taught that we have to grind, we have to hustle, we have to be doing all the things and be on all the platforms. And that's when I realized I'm exhausted. I was burning out and I was trading my time for money. So I want to show you, and please understand, nothing I say is to brag or boast. I am not that kind of a person. But I want to show you what our last year, what 2023 looked like for our family, coming from a position of a human who was brave enough to ask me, what would happen if you couldn't work your business? I knew I would be in trouble. Okay. Last year, we started the year with my husband turning 50. And he said to me, my bucket list item since I was 8 years old is to take an experience like a Top Gun jet flight weird thingy. And I found it and we did it. And that's us right there in front of an Albatross jet. We went to London. Our daughter is 9. Right? We have more freedom. We have more flexibility. And because we don't have to stress about finances, about business, we are better parents. We are better at life. We are better lovers. All right. Now you're getting TMI. But here's the truth. It was all because of Pinterest. If she hadn't asked me that, I wouldn't have sought out other alternatives to say, how can I get the longevity of my content? So the things I'm going to share with you today may feel a little bit backwards. Normally, I start out our challenge with how to create or resurrect your account. We're going to do things a little bit backwards this time, but it's all in the proper order because I've done this a million times. And I know that you're here because you trust me. Summer, thank you. She's like, it's been so fun to watch your journey this past year. Here we are, April 1st. This year, we've already been to Puerto Rico as a family. We just got back. And I told you guys, I earned a VIP day. I was in a mastermind out there. And I had someone say to me, you bring your family with you? And I looked at them, I said, you're darn right I do. I only became an entrepreneur because I wanted more life, right? I only wanted more life because I'm surrounded by the people I love. You all get that. That's why you're in your business. So if I have to travel or if I get to travel somewhere for my business, I'm not going if my family cannot come with me. I'm not going. I will not experience life without them. So if you want to create this for you this year, throw a number 1 in the chat. Throw a number 1 in the chat because this is exactly what we're going to do. We literally just got back from Puerto Rico, and in 3 weeks, we leave for a Royal Caribbean cruise. Imagine being able to have more lifestyle, right? And know that the lead flow doesn't diminish while you're gone. Knowing that if you're nurturing your email list, a lot of you said you've been getting my emails, right? Nurturing an email list, you can now start to work smarter. And that's what I'm going to teach you over the next 10 days. It's not about working more. It's about working smarter. So now let me introduce you to why Pinterest. Most of you have seen my reels. You've seen my presentations. You're getting my emails. You're in the Facebook group. So you know enough to know you belong in this room, right? Here's what you might not know. Number 1, Pinterest is not a social media platform. Put not social media if you hear me loud and clear. I stress this so much, and I'm going to tell you why. I've seen many successful, hungry, talented, skilled entrepreneurs come over to Pinterest and say, okay, I'm not seeing results in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and they stop doing what's working. Because Pinterest is not social media, it is a visual search engine. And with a search engine, it's going to take you a little bit of time to build momentum. If you're okay with that, Please say yes in the chat so I know we are congruent. I know that you're hearing me loud and clear. I know that I'm not creating false expectations for you. And now that you all are saying yes, you are also not creating false expectations for yourself. What you can expect if you're brand new to Pinterest, if you're just starting your journey with me, tell me, just starting, right? I'm just starting. Then you are the person I'm talking to right now, Brent and Diane and Keith and Gail and Andrea and Connie. You're going to need a minimum of 90 days because the search engine is getting to understand what your content is about, who you're speaking to, right? And it's going to take some time. Please divorce the instant gratification mentality that all of the trainers on TikTok have been lying to you about. You cannot roll out of bed and create $20,000 a month without work. I did not say hard work. I said smart work. So it is the second largest search engine in the world. What's number one? It's the second largest search engine in the world next to Julie, exactly. Flo, exactly. You're all in the right house. Google. So the cool thing right now with Pinterest is this search engine just crossed a major threshold at the tail end of last year. And we went from 465 million monthly active users to 482 million monthly active users. Now, I might have asked you this question before, but I want you to really take this in because there's a major misconception in the world. What is it? People believe that Pinterest is for hair, nails, decor, and recipes, and that's where it lies. Although that's true, Pinterest is a fabulous platform for those things. That's not all it's good for. So if you now know that there are currently 482 million monthly active users, I'm asking you, not rhetorically, what are the odds that 0% of those humans are looking for what you do? Whether it's product, whether it's service, whether you have an opportunity. Brent, thank you for being real. Brent's like 0%. Absolutely right. So I need you to really, really wrap your head around, I'm in the right place, okay? A really cool stat is that people on the Pinterest platform, are you ready for this? They spend double the amount of money every single month than any social media platform. So all of these humans are trying to get you to open a TikTok shop and waste your time on Instagram, and you're hustling on Facebook. I'm not bashing them. I'm a digital marketing strategist. This is what I do very intimately, but everything is not for everybody. Everything is not for your business. But I wholeheartedly believe and trust and know and teach that Pinterest is. Why is that? One, because it's a search engine. So when you know how to create content and how to speak to your humans the way that they're searching for, not only are you going to be in front of, whatever percentage of 482 million is yours, but the cool thing is Pinterest indexes your content with Google, which you all told me is the #1 search engine in the world, and you're not wrong. The last time I Googled this stat, it's probably so much more now, but there were 99,000 Google searches every single second. Just what does that look like in a 24-hour window? 99,000 searches every second. So if you're creating content that people, your niche, are looking for, not only are they going to find you on Pinterest, but they're also going to find you on Google, and Google's going to point them to your Pinterest content, okay? And 96% of Pinterest searches are unbranded. And what that means, to simply put it, is they're looking for you. They're looking for that micro influencer. They're not there looking for big, huge corporate brand names. Although, as you get to know me and we spend some time together over the next however long you stick with me, I'll show you that these big corporate brands and these big corporate entities are choosing to spend their marketing and advertising dollars on Pinterest ads. If you're a student of mine, would you put in the chat for our friends, what's one of the big corporate entities that you've seen running ads on Pinterest? We've seen Amazon, we've seen Keebler, we've seen US Bank. Look at this, Kimberly Clark, Wayfair, US Bank, right? Walmart. What do they know that you don't? That's why I'm here. So we are going to get into today the life and the blood of your account. Tell me if you know it. What am I talking about today? There was a reason I was so vague in my email. Viv says profile. Here's the deal. Before I give you, and I use this term loosely, authority to go create your account, we've got to do some market research first. So what we're talking about today is keywords. That's right, Brent. Keywords. Yep, searchable words. So the way that your humans search on their phone, whether it's on the Pinterest app, whether it's on Google, those are called keywords. Very, very, very critical part of the process. My friend, this will be the difference between you being insanely frustrated versus being found by tens of thousands, millions, and billions of people. If we have Dr. Katie Wood in the house right now, please let me know. If we have Priscilla Tang in the house right now, please let me know. These are two of my current Pinterest clients that have now reached billions of people with their pins, 2 billion plus to be exact, because they understand the importance of keywords and how to find it. So because we're here talking about business, you want a business account, okay? I am actually starting this for a reason before you open your account, because a lot of times we're so smart in our field, right? And we do all have a little bit of an ego. We think we know what our humans are looking for. Let me be super real. It's the only way I know how to be. So I may say some things that rattle your cage this week. And I hope I do, because that might be the reality check that you need, or just a little bit of a skill set or a tweak that you didn't realize you needed. If I look at a scale of 1 to 10, and let's place you at a 5 for right now. Our education, our background, our ego tells us that we should constantly be creating content that's at a level 6 or 7 or maybe 8, because we want to outdo ourselves. You are not shifting to look at the people who are at a 0 through a level 4. Those are the humans that you should be creating content for. So let me close some of these tabs. And I did send an email yesterday about a tool called the Pin Inspector. I'm going to teach you lots of free ways to find keywords. And I'm going to start off with my favorite. This is a $67 software. Do not leave yet, because I'm telling you right now, I'm showing you this because it's either time or money. If you spend a little bit of money to save a lot of bit of time, this might be worth it. But if you don't have that, by the way, you're going to use code PIN20 to save $20 off. So this now becomes a lifetime fee of $47, one time for life. But let me show you why. I start with this one. Time is our most precious commodity. It absolutely is. And I'm going to show you a lot of free tools today that show you how to get it done. But if I could show you, and I want someone here to tell me, what is your industry? What do you do for a living? I don't need to know what company. The code is actually right on the website. It's called PIN20, PIN20. Okay, cool. Okay, we've got childcare, we've got beauty, we've got budget travel. Oh, we've got amazing, amazing, amazing talent in this room. Okay, very cool. I'm going to look at budget travel. I've never looked at that before. So I'm going to do budget travel. I don't even know what that means, but I'm also going to put the word travel. Okay. This is the only software in existence that I know of that kind of like goes into Pinterest real time. This is real time. All right. It extrapolates the data from Pinterest, and depending on your niche, your keyword, right now I'm using budget travel, and then I'm also using travel. I did a comma, and I'm just going to click generate. This is going to go through and literally pluck out all of the keywords right now. And this is going to make sense soon. I told you I'm starting this a little lopsided, and I'm doing it for a reason. So trust me, trust me, trust me. This green bar is showing us kind of where we're at, and it's putting all of these keywords in order. And I'm going to explain this very quickly because I don't want to spend a lot of time on Pin Inspector. I just want to show you how you can pull the best, finest, highest performing quality keywords in literally seconds. We're done, right? We're done. So if I look at the first column is the rank. These are the ranking keywords in order of performance. And the only other things I look at is the seed. So this is giving me budget travel. So everything under this keyword column right here is going to start with budget travel. And then it's going to go in descending order. And then it starts with the next seed, which is budget travel and the letter D. And then it would go to E and then F. I don't care about all that. I'm going to hit this column here that says rank, because all I want is all of the number ones. Do you see? Now we know what your humans are searching for. So right here, the words budget travel, that's the number one highest performing keyword on Pinterest that has to do with budget travel. The next is travel to New York City budget. A lot of this is going to sound weird. It's new, right? This is a search engine. It's not social media. So the way that we talk to people, it's going to be a little bit different. Your job in these keywords is to bring them into, number one, your name. Your name. And if someone could put this in the chat for me, please do. So number one is your name. That's where you're going to layer these keywords. Number two, and I'm going to show you this. Number two is your about me section, AKA like your bio, your profile area. So number two is your about me section. Number three, we're going to go through this all through this challenge. The third is your actual board. You don't ever want to come into Pinterest and just create a board name based on something you think it should be. It has to be a proven, researched keyword. So I forget, and I apologize, whoever said budget travel, right out of the gate, that's number one. I would have a board called budget travel, all right? And then you are plucking out any keywords that make sense to you, to your content. So now when you're ready to create your pins, you should have keywords, and I'm going to get into that, Brent, don't worry, your board, I'll bring you to Pinterest in just a second. When you create your pin, you need a title, you need a description. So we should have keywords built into these areas. So we're layering keywords into your entire account. Now listen to this. This is really cool. the way that the Pinterest algorithm works is it reads the keywords through, if you're making a video, it can not only read your words, but it can also read the text that you're placing on the screen. So we're going to get into video a lot this challenge. I'm telling you, you guys are going to leave so happy. When you speak the keyword within the first 5 seconds, the algorithm is understanding what you're talking about. When you're putting that text on the screen, it's another layer of like, oh, okay, super clarity. So we know, right? We as the algorithm know who to place this in front of. So you're literally creating content that gets placed into the news feed of your perfect ideal client or customer every single time. But I just want you to see how wildly quick travel aesthetic, travel photography, budget travel hacks, right? See how easy and quick that was? This software is Ninja. Okay, so that's that for Pin Inspector. And we know that Pinterest is the second largest search engine. So why wouldn't we go directly to Pinterest? So I'm gonna grab someone else to do as an example. Connie says wine and coffee. So I'm gonna go right here to this search. This is the search bar, this little magnifying glass, and I'm gonna click on it. It's always gonna default us to your pins. We don't care what's in our pins. We might not have any right now if we're just starting, or if we don't even have an account yet. We want to go to all pins, and we're going to search coffee. And all I'm going to do is type the word coffee. Less is more. So here's the crazy thing. People with the word coffee, or whatever it is that you're looking for, right? Michelle, real estate coach, Barbara with digital products, Carla with saving money, Elise, health and wellness. Anyone who has the keywords that your ideal person is searching for in their name, if you remember, that was my number one place for you to put your keywords, they're going to populate right at the top of the screen. So now within Pinterest, they're going to send you traffic just because you've done your due diligence by putting those keywords in your actual name. This is why I'm starting with keywords. So if you've been with me before, your action step for today, for tonight, before we meet again tomorrow for day 2, is you're going to go pull some new keywords, and you are going to potentially just audit your name and see where you can either switch out or add some keywords. If you're brand spanking new, you're going to create an account at business.pinterest.com. business.pinterest.com. It's completely free to create, all right? And then you're going to create your name and your About Me section, and maybe a board or two that has to do with the keywords you've done your research for. So Connie, I think I was using you as an example for this. Forget the people up here who've got it in their name. The very first, and this is telling you, Pinterest is spoon feeding you what people are searching for. So at the very top, the words coffee bar ideas, that's the top performing, all right? Sonia, you can, but you don't need to. You don't ever have to delete your boards. You can hide them if you want to. If they're not relevant anymore, then you can delete them if it's content you're never, ever going to use again. And then coffee aesthetic, coffee table decor, right? So you're going in order for people, you're literally being spoon fed. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And then this one gets people all the time. So you do have to have your business account established, created. And this is the last ninja tip. I'm going to show you where to find your keywords. So in order of my favorite, number 1 is Pin Inspector, because it's going to shave so much time off of what we're doing here. You can see that was just one search. Okay. This, you may have to watch this video a couple of times. But I'm going to go into the ads area. we're not going to run any ads. We're not going to spend your money. But if you pay to play, they're going to give you better tools. All right. So I'm going to go into create a campaign. And don't worry, we're going to finish up and I'm going to answer your questions for today. We're going to click on manual campaign. Okay. All this is for us is to get to where we need to be. We're not running ads. We don't care about any of this. So this first screen, scroll to the bottom and click continue. So all we're doing is getting to the toolbox. When we're on the second screen, we're going to tell the system, I would like to find new customers. You see that right here, find new customers. So we click select. Then we scroll down right here where it says interest and keywords. There's a drop down. So we're going to click the drop down. And we scroll down right here where it says add keywords. I'm going to show you why this is my second favorite. Okay. Number one, someone said childcare. So I typed childcare, and not only does it tell us what the keyword is that people are looking for, but it gives us the current monthly search volume. So now your goal is to either or use the Pin Inspector software and only choose keywords that are in the #1 ranking position, or because this is what I do both. And there's a reason why my clients have millions and billions of views, right? Yes, it translates to money. I have someone here with me today in the house who had a $50,000 day from a short form video because she knew exactly how to speak to her ideal client. And she sold 2 $25,000 back-to-back programs. If she wants to speak up, she can, but I'm not going to say her name, but she's here today. So what we do is we take the highest performing keywords. If we see the word childcare activities currently has between 500,000 and 1 million monthly searches. So my goal today, and tell me if we did this clearly, my goal for you is to have a very, very clear understanding of why keywords are so important and, okay, and how to use them, right? So now when you do create your account or any content in the future, again, you're not plucking content ideas out of thin air that you think your client wants to hear. You're going out there and being proactive and doing a little bit of market research, whether it's Pin Inspector, whether it's Pinterest, searching for the keywords. So I'm going to take the highest performing keywords, which puts me in front of the most amount of people. So if I clicked on childcare activities, and if I use this throughout my account, look at, I'm getting myself in front of 500,000 to 1 million people every single month with just this one keyword. Have you learned anything new yet today? That's my goal, is to always leave you better. Okay. The word child care, there's 100,000 to 500,000 monthly searches. So you can see how we now can go pluck these out, right? If you click on them, it's going to create this left-hand column. So now all I have to do is copy these, and now I can paste them in any kind of a digital notepad. If you've got a Google Doc, if you've got a Trello board, if you've got a digital notepad of any kind, you're going to go paste these. Cindy, I cannot start over because of time. Unfortunately, you're going to have to watch the replay. It's streaming into the Facebook group, but I will also email it out this evening once it's done processing. Okay, so just to recap, keywords are everything. Okay, Pin Inspector is going to give you the #1 top performing. And when you go into the ads where you create a campaign, it's going to give you the monthly search volume. And if we use this magnifying glass up here and we type something, right? Remember to go all pins, type your keyword, that's going to provide them in descending order. So whatever's at the top is the highest performing keyword. So now you know how to find the best of the best. Your action step is to, number one, audit your own account if you already have an established business account, right? Pamela, I would have 2 accounts for that. Go see if you can make improvements. And if you're brand spanking new, you're going to start your account today, business.pinterest.com. You're going to do your market research with your keywords. What's your niche? What's your industry? What do your people want to hear? And then if you look at my name, yes, it says Kim Ward, right? Because I'm starting with my name. But here it says digital marketing tips and then small business marketing. That's my actual Pinterest name. So if someone, again, were to come up to the search bar and they typed in digital marketing tips, my name, my profile would populate. And now I'm generating traffic right off of Pinterest directly without someone having to find a pin. You see how this is working? There's no limit on the number of boards. Nope. So now if I click on where it says more, this is that about me section. So you want to tell the world who you help, how you serve them, and you guessed it, you want to sprinkle in 3 to 5 keywords into this about me section. All right. And then if I clicked on the saved tab here, we're going to see my boards. So those of you who are brand new to Pinterest, your board is like those old metal filing cabinets. And when we look at your pin, that's the piece of paper that gets filed in the filing cabinet. So none of my boards are named by me just plucking it out of thin air. I've done my research, and everything that I have here, it's because it was a high performing keyword. Growth mindset ideas, right? Online marketing ideas, money saving tips. These are things that people are looking for. So just to be clear, now you know where to find your keywords, you know how to identify the best performing keywords. You're either going to audit your own account or you're going to create a business account, and you are going to put 2 to 3 keywords, depending on the length, as your name. And then you're going to fill out the about me section. That's all I need you to do today. I know that you are so hungry for as much information as possible, but at the end of this 10 days, you will not lack anything. All right. So I'm going to stop the share. Those are your marching orders. And I am going to stop the recording now so that this thing buffers and processes.